beach.
Yep.
There we go.
As soon as I got up, I forgot what I wanted.
Okay, well, we'll take it right away with the crew all standing around, chatting with each other.
I'm just infinitely loading something, but that's okay.
I can see that. I'm not sure what you.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
Oh, loading complete. Oh yeah, it was a bunch of stuff with errors on it. cdndiscordapp.com/attachments. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, well, I'll leave it to you, the players, to kick off the fact that you've all introduced yourselves and you're starting to what you're about to do next.
Okay, Isaac is on a boat is what we know.
Isaac is on a boat. Vasrai is standing at the docks talking to the harbor master. And you guys are all chilling out on the beach chatting with.
Yeah. I've said my piece in IC, and last time I caught people up on what I did in IC, Kardoc got mad at me.
Isn't it your turn?
It is, in fact.
Okay, well, can you catch me up on what you did 20 minutes before the session?
I told, basically I told Antari she's a tiefling, and then I said, yeah, it couldn't hurt to ask Azrai to join them for reasons.
Vinegrees.
Nephis nods with his arms crossed. Quanth. Fuck.
Well, go catch that Miss Pinefall lass, then.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I was stretching.
Go after that Miss Pinefall lass, then, and let's be off.
Do you know where she is?
No.
Sorry. Roll perception, Carlos Santiago.
Say no more.
Actually, what's your passive?
Carlos is pretty perceptive.
20.
Oh, well,
I'd
then
say
you're
probably
well
like
aware of the
20,
fact that she's,
yeah.
like, in the distant background, standing on here talking to someone.
Yeah, I'm like ranting on probably
She's on the dock, very easy to see.
yeah, I'm probably like telling freaking Harbor Master stories, so I'm probably a little animated.
Oh, do I see her?
There she is.
She's a
Looks
long
like she
way
hit a
off,
little-
but I guess anybody with high passive perception
Oh,
be able to start
there
just
she
looking
is
around.
over there.
Ow!
Over yonder.
Sorry, I had blanked out there.
That's fine.
I'm on brain mode. Hard mode. Okay, sorry, what was that?
They're gonna go find Vasrai.
Alright.
Yes,
Cool.
Goes to speak with the Vazrai.
So you all walk up the beach
bring her
from
along.
Isaac, of course, and you find Vasrai talking the ear off of the harbor master, who's listening to her and nodding politely where appropriate.
This kobold is insane.
Somebody please put me out of my misery.
I'm gonna get these kobolds away.
As you all walk up, the harbor master notices the vagabonds, and he turns to indicate them and says to Vasrai, Ah, yes, here they are now. See, there's Mr. Carlos Santiago. And the rest of the vagabond crew.
Vin huffs.
Heard some of your deeds.
Indeed, and
we're
what
short a few,
deeds
but-
would those be?
Your heroism for the most part.
Well, I'm sure they weren't exaggerating. But that's not the reason why we're here.
Oh.
We have a bit of a reconnaissance mission we're about to venture on to, and we're wondering if you wanted to tag along.
Let's talk to me.
Reconnaissance.
Yeah.
I would be more than happy to go along.
Yes, a
Excellent.
little
It's
kobold creature would
Standing.
make fine work of a scouting mission.
Unfortunately, when the ship went down, I had to get rid of my armor to be able to save some people, but thankfully, I should have everything under control. And she cast mage armor on herself.
Oh
Hooray.
my. Tell me, Miss Pinefall, it came to my attention that you had wandered about the isle a little bit. Did you happen to cross paths with anyone?
I don't think I crossed paths with anybody. I think I was mainly just checking the landscape.
If you were wandering about in the north of the island, you would not have crossed. Oh, actually,
It was northeast, I want to say.
yeah, you're up in the far corner. Back this up.
Do you want me to roll survival?
Snooping as usual. I
Yeah,
see.
you've come across one of the least visible minorities, or the least viewed minority of the camp so far, which is the only orc on the island. I think his name is Ludrum, who is an orc druid, and he sees you one day in the form of a bear. And as you spotted him, he had like transformed back into his orc self, said hello, and then went off on his merry way.
Would have responded with a.
Oh no, he didn't give you a chance to respond. It was more like, "Hey, how's it going? Don't be afraid of me," and then like fucked off again. Into the...
Don't be afraid of me. Please.
Bears turn into people.
What is wrong here in Sanctuary? Yeah, I relay that to the others. Tell them of the orc,
Yes.
the druid.
That is one of Mr. Peter Montfort's employ. I do not question his merits.
Oh, what has he done?
I said I do not question his merits, meaning he has not done anything to arouse my suspicion.
So you know nothing of him.
I just told you what I know of him.
He simply nods. Fair enough. But yes, I would be happy to join you guys on this reconnaissance mission.
Okay. Then it is done.
Nice.
Let us step off.
Come, Coco, and we take our cat with us too.
I was like, what did I do?
I had to take the cat with me. I'm sorry.
Cat.
I launch Knight's cat into the ocean for the
No.
second
You just
time.
drop kick it across the dock.
Man. My celestial cat. No.
Well, the harbor master is politely bowing out of the conversation at this point because he's not important enough to warrant a discussion amongst peers like you guys are doing.
Here, Knight, you
Back
can
It's
have
all on you,
this.
chieftains. You're part of this too, eh?
Yeah, I'm on Brave Fog. Sorry, I'm on autopilot.
Yeah. The whole
And
group of
Dari's
us
just
together.
standing there trying to get a feel of everybody, feeling that this is a very peculiar kind of group, as she doesn't. Well, I can't really say as she doesn't really hang out with this type of crowd, but she just is really taken back by the different vibes you all give. That's all right now, man. She's still trying to get a vibe for everything.
Okay, so you don't have a question.
I think I'm.
At the
Sure.
moment, no. Give me a moment too to wake up
Yeah.
as me.
Brain.
Brain's not braining.
Me brain.
Okay, fellas. Plan here.
We follow Titus Viridius Maximus.
Aye.
Aye.
How are you going to go
Who
about doing that?
leads?
I don't know. I'm not the trailblazer.
Mr. Nephis, do you have any idea how to start?
We saw him
Uh.
leave the area from that direction. Over there. By that tree.
Let me see. I need to use my brain real quick. I'm going to roll a survival. What environment are we in, actually? Let me ask you a few questions.
Forest.
We are in forest. That is one of my favorite terrains, and he is one of my favorite foes. So let me
Oh.
check that real quick. I'm going to just roll a survival real quick, but I think I get advantage on that.
Okay.
Yes, I do get a survival check, wisdom check on them.
I believe he's up to no good, Mr.
Tracking,
Nephis.
Oh, my roll.
Well, it's
You're
gone
squishing my
now.
roll.
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
It was a 19. That first one,
Well, it's gone
And then-
now.
a 12. Here, I think I can save it. There.
Good job.
Woohoo. So that's a 25 to track Mr. Titus Dirtius Maximus.
All right. Not many people have been traveling up the mountain trail. Zoom in to the map to the trail that goes up the mountains.
Chris,
Port
you're
Horizon.
kind of far from your mic, like you're kind of cutting out.
Sorry. I have to deep throat the fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Oh no.
So in order, so as you guys start tracking him, he travels up the path through the mountains that leads north. And you can tell that they're the only real recent set of boot prints in this path. Everybody else has been taking other paths or going in other directions to go about their work so far this recent day. So it's quite easy for you to stick on his trail, and you can track him all the way to about here, map, fork, before it starts becoming a little bit more messed, and I'm gonna get you to roll another survival check to see which way they went.
Copy that.
This is not favored terrain anymore. This is
Oh.
swamp. Sorry, I forgot to.
Hmm. But since he's my favorite enemy, I still
Yeah.
get advantage on him.
I knew about that
so
part,
that
but I
will-
just wanted to make sure favored terrain.
Gotcha. That will be a 13.
13. At this point in time, you lose the direction as to which you might have gone, as there's a lot heavier, more recent foot traffic that has caused their footprints to be swallowed up. It's hard for you to tell which way they might have gone.
Kneeling on the ground, looking at the end of the tracks,
do I-
Nephis turns to the group.
Yeah, that's
The terrain
And then-
has eroded the trail. Can't seem to find which way he's went.
You just announce what you're going to do. Say, I'd like to go do this.
Is it perhaps that he is covering his tracks?
May I suggest something?
Yes.
If you all don't mind, I'll just dip off here to the side into the woods and look for other signs. Since we're not seeing anything on the main paths anywhere, I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm assuming to walk a certain direction so far and probably check back in with you guys. And then for that, what do I
Let's
roll
just see
for
what
that?
they.
Yeah.
It may be better for us to spread out and cover more ground.
Perhaps.
It could be dangerous, especially if we manage to get lost. Do we have a place where we could meet again?
At the path, the junction Unjus.
Very well.
Perhaps we can reconvene here in, say, 30 minutes.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you want to go off into the woods and be sneaky, Ashley?
Yeah, and see if I could find anything, yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do is...
Oh, hell yeah.
So, D20.
Okay.
The way that you roll it...
Put it in that box.
No, that's my special. Everybody else has
Yeah, don't touch it. It's his.
special.
What's his is mine.
How that works.
And what's mine is mine. There's a
Is there
circle for
another
that.
item that's been hiding under the map there, far corner? Top right, from my perspective?
Who's doing that?
Me!
It's like a little post on the floor.
I don't know. I can't tell what's... I'm trying to help. Should I lock this? It's locked.
No, we're good. Okay, so you're going to click and hold to pick it up,
Okay.
and you release it.
All right. Give me that then.
And then you add your dexterity or your stealth.
Or you can
Okay,
press
one step
R
at a
on
time.
it.
What is it? How do you get over there to see it?
Hell
Just
yeah,
for
dude.
them.
Okay.
You can WAS
All right.
or button.
Okay, we'll just go die.
13.
Don't
Plus-
be mean to her.
13. So that's a 26. So you vanish into the...
Okay.
You can go north, south, east, or west.
Okay, as of the map, which way is what?
So
That's a blast from the
our
past.
current screen orientation.
Okay, so we're all traveling kind of east, northeast.
You guys are right here at the junction here.
Oh, okay,
This
we're
is
there.
where you've stopped to decide to go spread out looking for clues, Scooby Gang. You have a
Well-
choice. North
I'll head south.
and south. Roll me. Because you're new to this island.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do survival.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 17 plus.
Cool. And rest of the crew, I'll get you guys to let me know which direction you want to spread out in, and then show me some survivals to see how well you come out the half an hour.
I will stick to the path.
Okay, but which direction are you going to travel in?
I'm staying on the path.
Okay, understood.
I don't want to
You're moving
ruin
north.
my shoes.
Which directions have been taken so far?
So far, Intari is going south. Vinshenzo is following the path to the northeast. He's gonna walk along the path, and that's as far as we've gotten.
Well, I'm not on the path going south.
but you
I'm
are.
in the wood lines
Yeah, you're sneaking through
off
the
the
trees.
path.
Vasrai says going to the northwest.
Well, Carlos will search to the east.
Okay. So for Vasrai and Carlos, survival. Perfect, perfect. And Nephis, what are you up to?
Do you want me to re-roll survival since I've already been rolling, or?
No, you can. Actually, no. Yeah, I will get you to re-roll it because you're trying to track them, and then you sort of lost which way they went. So if you're going in,
Yeah, I'll search around where I think the trail pittered off.
hell yeah.
Oh, nice. 24.
Is that roll going to be Coco's or no? My cat.
I'll get you to. Coco is just an ordinary.
She didn't ordinary cat as far as like they have advantage on checks when it comes. Oh wait, I guess. Yeah, this one.
Survival.
I didn't know if it would be separate or not.
If you want to
So
roll survival for your cat, you can.
okay.
Yeah,
they're too busy chasing butterflies.
Butterflies! Coco, butterfly. Coco. All right, so after about a half an hour, everybody except for Vinshenzo returns to the meeting, and only one so far who has found signs of specifically Titus's track is Nephis. However, Intari found the boot prints of what looks to be several other tartan boots that are progressing to the south. There was a group of them walking, and Titus, Nephis were able to figure out Titus kept on walking up towards this way. A couple of the Tarbians started going down this way.
Oh.
So have we found anything?
The rest of you didn't find any track, but you were able to make it back. Vincenzo just hasn't returned yet. Vincenzo, you just you mistimed yourself, and you're still walking along the path back to the crossroads.
Okay.
Unless at the end of the time it would take for you to turn around, just keep going. That's up to you.
Motherfucker always getting lost.
I'll go back.
Yeah. So he's just going to show up a minute or two later. That's all. But you all reconvene.
Okay.
Meeting back together after half an hour at the crossroads.
I was able to pick up his trail again, searching around the area. It seems he went to the north, where the other harbor was.
Do you think he might be after something?
I don't know.
Has there been another harbor established on the island?
What I mean is the fucking shipwrecks.
The
Wait,
temporary harbor.
in the ship, didn't they land here?
I thought they landed.
Because I
The
thought
shipwreck
this was
is
the
where
hut,
The
and
shipwreck.
this was the emergency landing point.
Yeah. But then they end up moving it here.
Yeah.
They like a bunch of the stuff just because of the way that this is sheltered. It's got this nice little bay, but it's kind of like divot area. They were able to use that and the waterways to bring timber and such for the salvaging of the ships, the salvaging and the rebuilding of the Bark of Bullen. So that's where the two twin brothers are handling all of the ship stuff. It's not necessarily a harbor. It's just more like a really, really makeshift dry dock.
Okay, I had no idea that was going on over here. I thought it was.
There's no permanent settlement. It literally is like the workers walk up there the whole time from Port Horizon, and they might stay out there like a night or two sleeping in tents, and then they come back to Port Horizon. So it's not a settlement. It's just a facility.
An outpost.
Not even an outpost, because an outpost would have some sort of permanent occupation. There isn't.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah, I relay that information to everyone and suggest we head north following the trail.
Well, I did manage to find something in the woods. Once again, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for, but these tracks were really strange and seemed to walk in a squad type formation. There were several of them. No?
You just know that there's tracks going.
She said several.
Yes, several of them. But
We are
they're following
looking
the road
for
to the
a
south. They're
man.
specific boot prints you guys have been following. for the
Okay, I
past,
thought you meant like
hour.
several.
Yeah,
sets.
there's several sets of boot prints. Some of the boot prints you guys have been following. So you know what you were looking for because you guys have found more.
We were
well,
looking
I
for the other
suppose-
person, not group.
The person was
people.
traveling with a posse of.
Oh,
You
that
found the
guy.
trails of his.
Little
He's-
information call.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's okay.
Sometimes we get things confused. It happens.
I need.
Okay, so you guys want to try blah, 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 blah. You do with this information as you please. What would you like to do?
Follow the
I think
tracks.
Follow the tracks. All right.
Are the tracks just following the path?
Yeah, they're just traveling the road. The only reason why it was a little bit of a kerfuffle is because this section of the road that goes north to south, not including the one that went over the mountain, this section of road coming from north to south was so muddled with footprints that you couldn't tell which direction they had gone on the trail.
Okay.
So you spread it out and looked at clues, and you found out that he was going north, but some of his buddies are going south. But anyway, so for Antari and Vasrai, you guys end up following a road that goes through very swampy coastal wetland. The ground is pretty damn soft and muddy, and the salt that's in the water is causing a lot of the foliage and stuff around to be like sparse trees and long tall grasses. As you reach the bay
Ooh.
itself, a little bit more tree line and wooded areas start cropping up, and eventually you find yourself in a small inlet which has the makings of a primitive shipyard. I say primitive just because there's not a whole lot of buildings or structures. It's mostly just frames and tools lying about with
half-assed.
not half-assed. It's an organized fashion, but it definitely looks more like a construction yard or a little work site than it is a shipbuilding facility.
Fair enough.
As you all enter the clearing, you see everybody who knows Titus, which is essentially everybody except for our two newcomers, sees Titus Crassus along with about a dozen other Tarvians speaking to and working with the two shipbuilding twins as they work on a long piece of beam or piece of timber beam that they're trying to hew into correct form. Titus himself is more speaking to the Dragonborn than he is putting in the labor, but he is standing looking like he has been working. He's got sweat on his brow. His tunic sleeves are rolled up. He's a little bit dirty.
Who is the godkin? I'd like to ask the party if they know.
Godkin.
The Dragonborn. There was a Dragonborn mentioned, right?
There are two. There are twins. There's a set of Dragonborn twins that are in conversation with Titus Crassus.
They're
Yeah,
the
I want to ask the party
shipbuilders.
this.
They came here much the same way you did. They are skilled at building ships, apparently.
So what is it that you suspect of Titus?
Isn't Titus like an older guy?
Titus is a Tarvian legate, who is the commander of one of the legions. He's middle age, early middle age. He's like sort of late 30s.
I find it quite queer that Mr. Viridius, or Legate Viridius, is spending so much time away from the settlement.
Yes, his duties are there after all. It's almost as if he's avoiding them.
Yes.
What kind of duties would we be avoiding?
Leading settlement. Ensuring his people prosper. He seems to care little for them.
That seems like a legitimate concern.
And usually when people care little for something, it's because they have other things they care about.
He is hardly present when the council is called.
DM,
Hello.
outside of just this like primitive dock, is there like anything else aside from just Titus and the shipbuilders or any of that? Is there anything that I could see?
Just in case it didn't transfer through, so there's Titus, 11 other humans, the two shipbuilders, and then all of their equipment and tools and frames for doing for essentially processing all of the wood and shaping the ship. So they already have a dry dock frame where they had managed to hoist the Bark of Bullen in its shitty state of disrepair up onto the shore so they could properly patch the hull. So they have the frame still there from that, and you can see that somebody's starting to lay out long beams, and somebody's refining the beams, finding lumber that's been chopped down into beams for drying and construction of a ship. So they have a lot of the makeshift tools and systems with which to refine and hew at the wood. And it's all sort of scattered about this inlet in a grassy clearing that's quickly turning into patches of mud and dirt and pine shavings and such like that.
I ask the group. Vinshenzo asks the group, how shall we approach this? Shall we observe from afar or confront Legate Viridius?
Might be best if we watch him for a bit, see if we can figure out what he's doing.
I might have an idea. How far are they away?
Oh.
They're good, maybe under 100 feet away, 150 feet away, depending on how close to the facility or how close to the dockyard that you guys stopped to observe him.
Okay.
It's up to you. Like at about 150 feet is when they're clearly visible, and it's up to you how close you choose to approach before stopping to watch.
Well, I do have one option. If we don't decide to talk to them, I could have my cat go up there and go listen.
Would it understand what they're saying?
I can hear through it.
I could go.
Yes.
Aye.
That entirely depends on what you wish to do. If you want to confront him or simply spy on him.
Oh, I would spy. I would get more information and see if I can hear or see anything suspicious.
She's right. If we were to spy, he probably would be using more words that he would probably allow if we were to confront him.
Well, I will leave
Maybe-
it to you on what to do then. It seems you...
Spy for a bit and then reconvene.
Yes. I will wait back here.
What time of day is it?
10 a.m.
About 10 a.m.
It's going to be difficult.
So we have ample daytime.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
It's going to be
3
difficult
a.m.
to hide.
10 a.m. Not 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 10 a.m.
Is it tree line? Is it ridge line? Like, You said 150 feet, but what is the actual?
So 150 feet of clearing, roughly, of
Yeah.
easy cleared out space, and then after that, it's how familiar are you with like tropical tree line? Like, you know when you walk up a beach and then there's just sort of like that huge like vastness of scrub and then it peters out into sort of salt marsh and shit.
Okay.
That's what you're looking. So you guys are on the edge of that wood line that essentially forms a wind barrier between land and sea, and then beyond that is salt. For you is a clearing, and in that clearing, these dudes are hanging out. So you guys right now are sort of in a tree, well, on a road at the edge of, standing and staring at it from afar.
Oh.
It's been moments. I'm just pointing it out.
If
That's
there's
fair.
that many trees, I could always climb the trees and watch from within a really big old tree. I know I'm quite large, but I think I can do it.
I could help you up.
I'm probably small enough to find myself a hiding spot.
Well, I'd take the help, but I don't think I'll need it. I feel like this is a natural instinct to me to move throughout the wilderness.
Oh.
When I would.
Wow.
Let's see
I
what
think
you're
you should
made
give me the
how
of.
well I
opportunity
then.
to try.
So do I say that now?
Yeah, if you're gonna go run up a tree.
Well, I'll see what they want to do. Is that something we're all okay with me doing? Go hiding up in the trees?
Vazri has no issue with this. She's already planning on finding a hiding spot and then sending her cat nearby to go listen.
Just don't get seen. They might get suspicious, especially since they probably don't know you.
If you're naturally inclined to do something, I say you should do it.
So I'm gonna roll. Is that it? Or the
Yeah.
and that's a D22.
Pretty
Okay.
much the whole.
So rolling for acrobatics. Ah.
Seven. Think of that as your ability to not fall off. The stealth is
Seeing the
how
acrobatics is very like.
you want to do that to make sure you're not seen in the tree. I would do that.
Oh, rolling for a stealth too.
Ma'am.
Can roll twice.
Yeah. Are you a Lorax?
No.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
14 plus
Welcome to the right
13,
fields.
so that's 27.
Yeah. Okay. You're hidden. You are a leaf amongst the leaves.
Wow.
Okay. So she's hiding up a tree. Vin, Nephis, Fastrai, Carlos. What y'all doing? And then we're gonna zoopity zoop over to Isaac for a minute on the seven seas.
I'm hanging back.
Is there any low spots that I could hide in? Maybe like a ditch or something, and that way I could send the cat up.
Oh, there's a whole lot of that. Waterways and such like that. You can find yourself a little tributary and essentially jump into it. And there's a high enough berm to stay close while staying out of sight.
And then relying on my cat to listen, see, and hear through telepathically. Well,
You ever see what a crocodile looks like when it's hanging out under the bank of a river?
I'm a kobold. I'm half crocodile.
Exactly, but that's you're tall enough to look like that while your cat's fucking around. So you don't have to tread water, but you also don't have to worry about holding your breath. You just stand there in the water.
Looking menacing.
Yeah, looking menacing. Okay. Yeah, I do
With a
that.
little head.
Standing there, menacingly.
The clothes would probably get a little messy, but honestly, I'm willing to take one for the team. So let's go.
Done easy. Salty surprise.
And the cat.
Don't say that.
So Vazrai, you're hiding in the tributary. You get your cat to go piddle paddling around the yard.
Yeah, just kind of just doing whatever cat do, and then going to close my eyes and telepathically listen and see through it. I am unaware of my surrounds for the moment.
All right. And Nephis, you said you're hanging back.
We can't hear him.
Devon, is your mic muted?
I mean, he's not even getting a green light up when he trying to press buttons. So I'd assume something else is wrong,
Or he's AFK.
or he's AFK. One of those.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh,
there
hello.
he is.
He's here.
Hi.
Welcome back.
You're just
morning.
hanging back with Carlos, correct?
Aye.
Okay. Wanted to make sure. All right. So that information, I'm gonna quickly flip over to Isaac Stormwind, who's on the deck of the Bark of Bullen.
Yes.
And like what I posted. So you guys are patrolling the southern seas for signs of some kind of crazy danger. There's 80 men with another 20 Drow soldiers on board, plus the crew of the Bark of Bullen itself. And you're all out to sea. It's day number 1 of this voyage.
Isaac would take crow's nest duty.
Hell yeah. All right, roll me perception.
Score.
You're on Crow's Nest.
Oh, my liking. I cannot pick up die.
How much?
What the?
Oh.
No, I'm.